The words speak present today. They're closer than you think. 10 hidden signs of angels in your home. She was never one to believe in these things. But that night something made her stop. The house was silent, everything in its usual place, and yet something felt different. Not visible, not tangible, just present. A peace that seemed to spread through the walls as if the very air had shifted. And there on the corner of the couch, a white feather. White, perfect, alone. The next day came the ringing in her ear. Then the hallway light flickered. And over the week her dreams began to change. That's when she understood. This wasn't her imagination. It was a response. It was care. It was love from above showing up in the details. If you've ever felt something like this, maybe this video is the confirmation your soul has been waiting for. There may be angels in your home, and they're trying to speak to you. Sometimes you walk into your home and feel something has shifted. The air feels lighter, your heart slows down, and there's a peace that wraps around you in silence. It's not just stillness, it's something deeper. A kind of comfort that doesn't come from outside but from within, or maybe from above. Many call this a sign, a gentle message that a divine presence is near. It's not something you can measure, but your body knows it. Your shoulders relax, your breath deepens, your thoughts slow down. It's as if the room itself has been touched. Some say that's when an angel passes by, leaving behind a trace of love, harmony, and protection. Even the scent of the air changes, sweet, subtle, and calming. This sense of peace may show up after a prayer, a moment of gratitude, or even unexpectedly in the middle of an ordinary day. There's a sacredness in the atmosphere. Like God is whispering, "You're not alone." It doesn't require candles or rituals. Sometimes the divine enters through silence. You can invite this peace into your home intentionally. Play calming music, light a candle with gratitude, speak a prayer out loud, even a short one. These small gestures open spiritual doors. They raise the frequency of your home, making it a place where angels feel welcome. What many don't realize is that this peace, when it visits your home, is asking to be noticed. It's like a quiet note left by invisible hands, letting you know heaven is near. And when everything gets so still that even the sounds seem to soften, something deeper begins to stir, sometimes inside your own ears. Not every sound has to be loud to be important. Sometimes what matters most is what only you can hear. A sudden ringing in your ear, appearing out of nowhere and vanishing just as quickly, might seem trivial. But some say it's a spiritual whisper, a subtle touch, a sign, as if the frequency around you has shifted, and something invisible wants your attention. This sound doesn't hurt, nor does it startle, but it confuses logic. That's where the mystery begins. Many spiritual traditions believe this ringing is a message, a communication in a language your spirit understands. The body reacts before the mind can make sense of it. Perhaps it's the presence of something divine. Perhaps it's your soul being awakened. Patterns begin to emerge if you pay attention. The ringing comes during prayer, intense thought, or moments of deep peace. It feels like something is aligning within you, as if God is adjusting your inner compass. When that happens, everything quiets. You begin to hear not just with your ears but with your heart. This happens often. Take a moment. Breathe. Observe. Where are you? What were you feeling? What crossed your mind just before it happened? Write it down. With time, these moments form a map, full of synchronicities that reveal messages you've been missing. In other words, this ringing may be more than just a random sound. It might be a key unlocking a new level of perception. And once the listening begins, your eyes adjust too. Lights start to flicker. Glimmers appear. Are they coincidences? Or signs from the invisible? Sometimes it's just a flicker, a sudden sparkle in the corner of your vision. The lamp blinks. The room feels momentarily brighter. Then everything goes back to normal. Most people brush it off, blame the wiring. But for those who pay attention, light behaves differently when something sacred passes by. Many share that this happens during prayer, deep thoughts, or after emotional moments. Others say it occurs when the house feels especially peaceful. That's when the presence arrives. Maybe an angel, maybe divine energy. And just for a second, the light tells you, something greater is here. Some people see colors, soft blue or golden glows, almost like stars blinking in the air. It's not imagination. It's sensitivity. The body picks up what the soul already knows. These flashes may come with goosebumps or a sudden calm. It's all part of the same language, one of love, protection, and alignment. If this happens, pause and welcome the moment. Close your eyes. Whisper, "Thank you for the light." Gratitude opens the channels. It makes the invisible feel seen. Over time, these signs become more frequent. Your home becomes a space of revelations, a place where even shadows serve a purpose, because the light has chosen to dwell there. Not by chance, those who notice these lights begin to sense other things as well. Like a scent in the air, sweet and familiar, arriving with no clear source, and a message hidden within. Suddenly, the room fills with a sweet aroma. It might smell like flowers, vanilla, or something warm and soft. There are no candles lit, no perfume sprayed. And yet the scent is there. Real, present, delicate. These moments aren't just pleasant, they're sacred. They often signal that something divine has passed through. This happens more often than you might think. During moments of prayer, reflection, or even sadness. When the heart is open, the invisible finds its way in. Some say it's the presence of an angel leaving a fragrance behind. A trace of light speaking in silence. Sometimes it comes with memories. Of someone you miss. Of a place you love. Or of a moment you didn't know still lived inside you. Scent has power, it goes straight to the soul, bypassing logic. It comforts, awakens, heals. When it happens, pause. Breathe deeply. Let the scent become a message. It may be comfort, a warning, or simply God reminding you, I'm near. It doesn't always need to be understood, it needs to be received. Maybe that's why so many spiritual encounters mention fragrance. It's a language that enters unannounced and leaves something behind. But not all touches come through air, some come through the skin. Through shivers that say more than words ever could. You're doing something ordinary, and suddenly a chill runs through you. Not from cold. Not from fear. Just something. The kind of goosebumps that feel like a hand brushing your back. Some call it a sign. A touch from the invisible. Your spirit reacting to something sacred. It can happen during prayer, music, or while remembering something deeply emotional. Other times it just shows up. That's the mystery. It feels like a quiet visitor stopped by without a word and left a message through sensation. The body reacts before you even have time to think. Some feel tingling in their hands or a warm rush through their chest. These are signals too, like your soul is aligning with something higher. There's no fear in it. Just awareness. Presence. Your body is more than biology. It's a receiver. When it happens, treat it as sacred. Don't rush to understand. Just be still. Close your eyes if you want. Listen. Perhaps it's an answer. Or just divine affection. God reminding you that you are not forgotten. Interestingly, after such touches, people often start noticing other things too. Subtle details. Small changes. Or even a white feather, left quietly as if to say, yes, I was here. A feather on the floor. On the bed. Caught in your coat. In places where it makes no sense. No birds around, no pillows nearby. And still it's there. Light. Silent. Alone. For some, it's nothing. But for others, it's everything. A soft reminder that something sacred passed through. Feathers have long been symbols of spiritual presence. In many traditions, they mean protection, divine touch, angelic closeness. As if an angel had passed by and left a quiet trace, just enough for you to notice. Especially in moments of grief, deep prayer, or emotional clarity. They don't fall with drama. They appear in silence. After a hard night, during a silent morning, or after a prayer whispered through tears. It's as if the universe itself left a soft reply. I'm here. You are not alone. You don't have to collect every feather. But don't ignore them either. They may be confirmations that something greater is with you. That your home has become a space where light can land. Where peace and divine frequency dwell. Over time, these subtle signs become part of your spiritual language. And soon, even your dreams begin to shift. Because sometimes messages don't come in words, but in visions. While your body rests, your soul keeps moving. In the stillness of night, when everything slows down, dreams often become more than imagination. They become encounters. You see familiar faces or strangers who radiate peace. You hear messages that feel like they were meant just for you. Some wake up with full sentences in their minds. Others remember only a feeling, a glance, a word that echoes through the day. These dreams are different, vivid, deep, filled with color, sound, and meaning. Many believe they are visits from angels or gentle whispers from God. The dream might not always be clear, but the impact is, you wake up changed, lighter, with answers you didn't know you had asked for. Sometimes it's a message of comfort. Other times, a direction. The language of the divine doesn't always need interpretation. It needs reverence. Keep a journal near your bed. Write down what you remember. Look for patterns. Certain symbols repeat. Certain numbers. These dreams aren't accidents. They are invitations to listen, to believe, to be more present. In the quiet of those encounters, you may wake up with a lingering feeling, as if someone had just been there and hadn't quite left. There are moments when the house is completely silent, and yet you feel something else in the room. No noise, no movement, just presence. Not scary, not cold, simply there. A sacred stillness that fills the space and makes you pause. It can happen after a dream, during prayer, or in the middle of a regular day. The air feels heavier. Time slows down. And something inside you says, pay attention. As if a divine presence is near. Watching, holding, protecting. You may not see it, but you know. Your skin reacts. Your chest warms. Your thoughts calm. This is not imagination. It's perception. The kind that goes beyond logic and into the realm of spirit. When this happens, don't rush. Don't dismiss it. Let it be what it is, a sign. Maybe it's an angel. Maybe it's the presence of God. Either way, you're being reminded that the spiritual world isn't far. It's closer than we think. After these moments, life starts to speak louder. Not through noise, but through symbols. Through repetition. Through divine patterns we call synchronicities. You look at the clock. It's 11:11. Later, someone says a phrase you just thought about. A book you've never heard of shows up 3 times in 1 week. These aren't just coincidences. They're divine echoes. Messages in disguise. Synchronicities are the universe's way of answering questions you didn't say out loud. They show up gently again and again until you notice. An angel might not speak directly, but they can align circumstances with astonishing precision. If you start to observe, the pattern becomes clear. Numbers repeat. People appear. Songs play at the exact moment you need them. None of it is random. It's a sacred rhythm. A hidden dialogue between your soul and the divine. The more aware you are, the more these signs come. They're not for your eyes. They're for your heart. They're a reminder. You are being guided. Watch. Even when it feels like no one's paying attention. And that awareness changes how you feel the world. Even the air. Even the warmth, or sudden chill, that moves through a room like an invisible hand. There's something sacred about how the air shifts without warning. The room warms up as if wrapped in a blanket, or cools down like someone opened a door that no one else can see. These moments often signal something spiritual is nearby. It's not just about climate. It's about presence. Sometimes, in deep prayer or stillness, the atmosphere changes. The temperature speaks. A chill might clear the air. A soft heat might signal comfort, safety, love. Sensitive people pick up on this quickly. The change isn't physical, it's energetic. The body reacts. The soul responds. It's as if God breathed through the room, rearranging something you couldn't name. Welcome those moments with reverence. Light a candle. Say a prayer. Be still. You're not imagining it. You're being shown something. And those who understand the invisible begin to walk through the world with different eyes. What follows isn't always explained, but something settles in your spirit. And the sense of peace that remains? It's often the greatest sign of all. Now that you know these signs, the question is, how many of them have already happened to you, without you realizing? How many times has God tried to speak to you through small details, through presence, through light, through a sudden calm, and you just kept walking thinking it was nothing? Maybe it's time to pay closer attention. To make your home a space for spiritual connection. To let angels not only visit, but dwell. Have you been noticing more synchronicities? Ever woken up feeling like you received a message in a dream? Have you felt the air shift around you without reason? If any of these questions spoke to you, share your experience in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. And if this message touched your heart in any way, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. There's so much more the heavens want to reveal to you, and maybe the next sign is already waiting right there in your home.